put my music back on. Stick that one. For anybody who's got like in-depth questions or is like heavily invested in wanting to learn this game, it's really not that hard, even though it's a dead game. There's still a Discord community for it. There's a tabletop simulator for it, so you can actually play it on Steam if you'd like. So if you're not in the mood to like hunt down for 20-year-old packs of cards, you can still play this online and everything. They've definitely preserved it throughout the community. So I can see the booster boxes are kind of cool. I do like to show off the booster boxes for these just because they're ancient. As you can see, they got the little stand-ups. So if I go like this, booster boxes actually stick up like they're supposed to, which I always thought was cool. Actually, the first boxes I bought of these, I kind of cut these out and put them in like a little mural. It's kind of cool. But yeah. So this is the first set, Power Up. Power Up had approximately 120 cards in it. This is the initial set of the game, so this is the base set. Currently, my collection is at around 88%. I'm trying to get above the 90% mark, and that's usually when I stop pulling packs and just looking on eBay. Oh, sorry, guys. All right, so then, yeah, as you can see, we got 24 packs, 12 and 12. So it's going to be a little weird. There are not uncommons in this set. When the game first came out, they actually only made common cards and rare cards. So you either get, the rare card or you kind of get crap. So it was definitely hit or miss with these. They didn't add the uncommon rarity until the last set that they had, which was the third one. We're going to be opening a box of that as well, but I'm going to be probably going through these a little quicker than Pokemon because the commons are going to be very, very saturated. We're going to get a lot of commons and very few rares, but when you get the rares, it's just that much more satisfying. All right, pack number 1. Should probably update the title of this stream too while we're at it because we're not doing Pokemon anymore, huh? Let's see what we can do here. All right. I honestly don't know if there's a trick to this one like Pokemon. So as you saw, I was putting like 4 behind it. I don't think there's a rule to that in this game. You're kind of just going to get them or you're not. All right, so we got channeling. You can see rolls on the front. If any cards are worth mentioning, like to a strategy, I'll definitely point them out. But I'm going to kind of go through them, and we'll do more of like go over a card by request basis. So if there's a certain card you guys want me to go over, say something. Otherwise, I'm probably going to go through these pretty smoothly. So then we have channeling. We have Eat More Fish. We have Cyber Sword. Yeah, the battle chip cards are really cool too. Fish on the Brain. Tornado. Lightning 1. That's pretty good for any yellow user. Basically, when your opponent is supposed to lose life, I think they lose energy instead. They're going to get another channeling for roll. As you can see, that's a roll-specific card. So there are Navi-specific cards in this. Eat More Fish. Another Cyber Sword. Fish on the Brain. So as you can see, yeah, the commons are going to be very repetitive. These are a little easier to open than Pokemon, though. The foil on these are cheap. And there's no like online codes or anything I have to worry about. So if I think, when I was reading up on these for pulling the boxes, I think I'm bound to get at least like 3 secret rares and like 2 normal rares or something like that. So we're going to at least get like 2 or 3 hollows per box. So we're going to have Take Control. There's another roll card. We're going to have Number Man. So this is basically what your commander looks like, what your character looks like. This is your main person in the game. This is what always sticks on the board. This is how you calculate your stats and everything. So obviously you can see Number Man is the Navi for this guy. And then there's a Number Man card right after it. Let Him Have It. A Great Surprise. Looking Hot. There's Torchman or Fireman if you're used to the Japanese games. We got a Longsword. That's actually not a Cyber Sword. That's the Longsword. It took me a minute to notice that the first few times around, but then when you see the green color on it, you realize the difference. Cyber Sword is a blue card. Longsword is a green card. And if you're trying to like think about the colors, just think magic. or DBZ, same thing. Take control. We got another Number Man Navi. Let him have it for him again, and then Great Surprise. That's how you know this game is old, when I can't even add it as a category on this stream. Alright, we got Uncommon Net Battler. That's not bad. That's just a pure draw 2. You're going to have Battle Chip Geek. You're going to have Focus. This is really good for early game to get Ramp. This is like one of your ramp cards in Mega Man. Fast and Powerful. This is good for attacking for cheap in the most layman terms I can put it, without like explaining all the mechanics of the game. There's another Number Man card, Calculated. And then as you can see, that is a Number Man specific card because it has his actual Navi emblem on it. We got Worthy Opponent, Uncommon Net Battler, Battle Chip Geek, Focus. There's that ramp card I was talking about again. And then Fast and Powerful, the cheap attack card. Alright, we have Clever Trick. This is actually a decent green card for people who like to use battle chips. It lets you plus, you get to draw an extra card. Big Trouble, Fiery Net Navi. This is good for aggro, like direct damage. Red is exactly how you would think it's supposed to be in this game, like it is Magic. You know, direct damage, play cards, get stuff out. Again, this is adding to more damage. This is a plus modifier. So all those guys who like those Big Hammer viruses or the Gaias back in the Battle Networks, this is the battle chip for Big Hammer. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with this one. But in the game, the card game, it's actually a Gutsman only chip. So Big Hammer can't be used by anybody except a Gutsman Navi. We got Area Grab, which is actually called Area Steal. I always thought that was weird because, hey, welcome back, Flying Dutchman. Area Steal, I always thought this was weird because even in the video games, it's called Area Grab. So I don't know why they decided to call it Area Steal. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen NT Warrior in years. Maybe they called it Area Steal in the English version, but I've always thought that was weird. We got another Clever Trick. That's a green battle chip card. Big Trouble, Fiery Net Navi again, and then Impressive Battlers. And if you look, my boy Elecman's right there on Impressive Battlers. He's one of the Navis in the first set. I plan to build a deck with him, but he's built off of a lot of rare cards because he's very, very good. Right. So we got 2 for 1. This is a Mega Man specific card, as you can see. It's for green. Mega Man is basically the only Navi in the game that has specific cards to him in every color. Now, any Navi can play any color, but Mega Man is going to be the only person that has special cards for him in every card. He's the only Rainbow Navi, I guess you could say. Another Impressive Battlers, another Clever Trick. So you see what I mean by a lot of these commons are going to keep showing up, and you're going to see them a lot, but you'll get used to them. So we have Roll. Roll actually has a special ability. As you can see, Number Man doesn't. He's very vanilla, but for Roll, whenever you play a battle chip, her defense goes up 2. So Roll is a very, think of like a blue deck in Magic where you're just going to counter and play defensive and take your time. Roll is very much to that effect, although she's usually a green and yellow Navi, I believe. You're going to have Worthy Opponent. This is, again, one of those red cards that just adds to your damage modifier. This is a good card. I kind of already had it, so it doesn't go into the collection. This is going into my deck, but this is where I say you're gonna need a lot of rare cards for. My finger's kind of fucking it up, but this is a rare card. You're gonna need a lot of rares to make a Elecman deck. But this one's good because Energize is basically gonna let you take one of your artifacts on the field, one of your permanents on the field, and it's gonna let you turn it into a mana. In simple terms, you're basically gonna be able to take one of your resources and turn it into energy. So that's why Elecman's really cool because Elecman's all about kind of like Pikarom and Pokemon. You just want to attack hard and fast, but you're very fragile. So there's that other 2 for 1 card I was talking about with Mega Man, green. We got Impressive Battlers again, Clever Trick, and Roll. And again, if anybody's interested in these cards, or if there's a certain Navi that was like your favorite and you're trying to like learn about that, person in the game and you see their card, by all means say something to me. Let me know. I've got a lot of extras, especially when it comes to commons. So the decks are built around 60 cards, and yeah, there's a lot of different budget options you could do for this game. You don't have to go like crazy trying to find ancient rares. For example, we're going to be building the Flying Dutchman a red, I think. No, you wanted the balanced deck, right? I'm watching the boys and the Rams playing right now, and it sucks for the Rams and Raiders because they have the new stadium and no one is sitting them. Dude, that stadium looks gorgeous. Like, you were there with me when we were in Vegas. Do you not remember? That thing looked amazing. The Las Vegas Raiders stadium looks kind of cool. All right, so we got Ready for Battle. This is like another ramp card. You're going to discard a yellow card and be able to charge up twice, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, see, you saw that stadium with me. The Las Vegas Raiders stadium looks pretty fucking awesome. Of course, because I got the money, it's Vegas. But... And then, actually, correct me if I'm wrong, Damien. When we were saying we were going to build your Proto Man deck, were we going to make it the red one, which was direct damage, or did you want the control deck? Like the defensive balanced one? So Strength Under Pressure, this is a Proto Man deck. Actually, it's not a Proto Man card. It's just something that's very good for Proto Man. And then you can see they're like crossing swords. The balance deck. Okay, yeah, so the Flying Dutchman's going to be running a red and blue Proto Man eventually. This is yellow. This is good for hexing, I guess, basically. You're going to burn one of your opponent's mana, so it's kind of cool. And then you can see Dex is getting washed out. Big Trouble. Gut Stump. This is another Gutsman card. I believe it's a rare again. Gutsman's really good. Gutsman's just all about having plus high numbers, and then all of a sudden your opponent can't keep up with you. So if I pull a Gutsman Navi card, I'll show you guys, and if not, obviously I've got the binder. We're going to go through that as well. Gutsman's really good for just packing on numbers. So if you're like a numbers nerd and you like to do Swarm or you like to do aggro, but you don't like to do like balls out, alls out aggro where you're going to crash and burn, Gutsman's definitely really cool for the Mega Man game. Boomer! Boomer is one of the best cards for that. Boomer is great for yellow because it's just automatically going to give you a +4 on your attack. So it's really good. Like, you just play it, boom, +4. Ready for Battle, that's another yellow ramp. Strength Under Pressure, we were kind of talking about that earlier. That's the Proto Man card. Playing Dirty, again, that's that yellow hex. And then Big Trouble. Big Trouble is kind of like the fast and powerful one that I showed you. That's going to let your attack be cheaper. So the Ram Stadium is pretty clean too. Well, yeah, man, it's LA. You got LA and LV, of course. They got the most money. That's why those football teams got moved there. All right. So we have Laser Blast. Navi, this is good for red. This is just going to make your strength +5. You are going to need 2 energy for it, though. I'm sorry, you're going to need 2 permanents and 3 energy. So, but it's really good if you're red because you're not going to have trouble getting that. Double Zap. This is again one of those rare cards. Oh, actually, that's a common. This is one of those cards you need for Luckman, and this is again going to let you attack multiple times. This is going to let you ramp up. This is all about being able to just go, go, go. Winning Hand. This is again for battle chips. As you can tell, it's a yellow version of the other green one that I showed you. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Fisher Invention. This is actually one of the best cards in the game. So if you're ever going to get into the Mega Man game and you're going to play yellow, even just 1 yellow energy, this is really good because it's going to let you just power it for free. And this 4 in the corner is going to be really handy because this is an RNG factor. We got another Area Steal. We got Gut Stump again, Laser Blast, Double Zap, and Winning Hand. Oh, and then another Fish Intervention. Again, one of the best cards in the game. You definitely want to keep an eye on this if you ever play this. That's just a free ramp, basically. And that's very hard to come by, I know, at least in Magic. You don't just get a free ramp. Stay hydrated, folks. I think we're about halfway through this box. This is the base set again, Mega Man Anti-Warrior. That one was giving me a little trouble, guys. And again, if you guys want to find out more information on this, you can always check out my website, pokerpenny.com. There's actually a whole page I dedicated just to Mega Man. Not for just looking at like cards and everything, but I also have the link to playing it online, as well as like the rule books and all the set lists as well. So even if you're going over there just for the resources, I have everything in one page for you guys. This is another one for Elecman, as you can see. It's a green one, so Elecman is usually a yellow and a green Navi. And then as you can see, you're going to burn one of your mana to get 2 life back. So that's kind of cool. Fast and powerful, I believe we talked about this. This is going to make a cheap attack. Then we have Rock Cube. Rock Cube is like your basic defense card. You're basically going to burn a mana. And I know it sounds crazy that I keep saying you're going to burn a mana or an energy. But you get them back very fast in this game. So you're going to have to burn a mana, but you're going to be able to play an additional battle chip. You can only play 1 battle chip per turn. So this is going to give you a defensive +2, and then you're going to be able to play another card, which could potentially be a defense modifier as well. So that's why Rock Cube is usually a staple in the Mega Man game for defense. Odds are against you. Anybody who knows Magic Man, he's one of the most busted people in this game, and I think it was only because they didn't have more sets come out to balance it out. This dude is one of the only people in the game that can recharge life, that can get you cards back to your hand. He's really the only one that can control the deck the way I like to play. So that's why I think he's kind of the only like busted character. And I know back in the day when I was reading some meta articles, they said he was like the top tier one along with Proto Man and a couple other people. So as you can see, Magic Man, odds are against you. There's his logo. This is again hijinks. I'm going to get an extra 2 attack, and then I'm going to be able to get cards back. It's just busted. Boomer, like I said, this is an essential if you're playing yellow. This is just free attack. It's always a good battle chip. I don't think I explained Area Grab, but Area Grab is the same as that Rock Cube that I showed you guys. You're going to be able to play an additional battle chip, and it's going to bump up your attack. So Area Grab is like the offensive version, and Rock Cube is like the defensive version of your like staple defense and offensive cards. So there's Heat Shot for all my spiky fans, all my fire people. You can only play this card for Torchman in the game, unfortunately. But it's really good. Torchman is actually one of the top tier decks in the game too because he's the best at direct damage. He actually has a combo that's going to take away a quarter of your opponent's deck. And in this game, your deck is your life. So you're going to take away a quarter of your opponent's life in one go. And you're going to be able to do this multiple times in one turn if you know how to do it correctly. So yeah, Torchman's another good one. Heat Shot. This is a battle chip card. Charging Up. We talked about that one a little bit for Lekman. Fast and Powerful. And then Rock Cube again. That's a defensive staple. Odds are against you, Magic card, or Magic Man card. Magic Man is a blue and green. So, for anybody who's wondering like colors for Navis. So far, I have not pulled anything new for my collection. By now, I've memorized all the pictures of the cards and I know what I'm looking for. So nothing new yet for this set. I think I only need 20 or so more cards for it out of 120. So it's going to be very hard to 100% this collection. But like I said, as long as I can get above the 90% mark, I'm going to be pretty happy. Right now, we're currently sitting at 89 overall. So we just got to pull a couple today, and we'll be able to hit that goal. For anybody who hasn't seen the original openings, or if you're just like tuning in and checking me out, I also did a first set where I opened probably like 100 packs, and then I did a second set which was 250 packs, and those are all on YouTube. Again, those are on my my website, pokeprinting.com, on that Mega Man page. So if you want to see the original start to me collecting all of these, I also have that there. But now I'm doing these on stream and live for people because they want to like check it out as I do it. And I used to go to card shops and stuff and open my packs there, so I kind of miss it. So we have Asking For It. This is a green card. As you can see, it's going to have a very good RNG factor for the multiplier. But your opponent's going to get 2 cards out of it. So that's usually the gimmick in this game is you're going to make your opponent draw 2 cards, and then you're going to have like some bonus to it. Normally, you would be pissed off that your opponent's drawing 2 cards, but again, your opponent's life is their deck. So every time you make your opponent draw 2 cards, they're actually losing 2 life as well. So that's why I say this is a pretty decent card if you know what you're doing. You're going to always be able to add 5 to your attack, and then you're going to always be able to take 2 life off your opponent. So at first glance, it doesn't look like an amazing card, but this is one of those good green cards. Canceled. This is your blue cancel. Exactly like it says. Think magic, think cancel, think stop, negate, all that. This is it right there. Somebody plays a battle chip, you say no. No one can escape. That one's not really worth mentioning. Boys Bomb. This is really good for yellow. This is giving you a +1 to your attack for every permanent on the field, yours and your opponent's. So this is really good for yellow. You have Barrier. This is a red defensive card. You're going to add your strength to your defense. Your strength is actually going to turn into your defense. Buckethead. This is a Gutsman card. Like I said, Gutsman's all about getting extra power and kind of just outplaying your opponent. Kind of like the Black Boo deck that I play now from the DBS series. Asking For It again. Another cancel. No One Can Escape. And then a Boys Bomb. All right, we have Cyber Warrior. This one's pretty cool. This is like burning. This is a board wipe, but not a complete board wipe. It's like I'm going to lose some resources. You're going to lose some resources. Sorry, I'm tilting them the wrong way. Kind of like black cards in Magic. You're going to like destroy, but it's not going to be easy. Then you have Great Surprise. I showed you guys that one. You have Time Bomb. This is a red defensive card. It's basically meet the stipulations, add +5 to your defense. So if your opponent is not a high offensive player and they're trying to get an attack through, this is going to stop most of them because usually attacks run from a scale of 1 to 3. So adding a 5 is going to make it very hard to overcome. Pretty good move. This is a really good one. It just makes your defense +4, kind of like that Time Bomb. So as you can see, red has very good defense as well. It's just all about direct playing when you're a red player. There's Vulcan for all my Vulcan boys. That's currently how I just beat Megaman Red Sun, was actually with a Vulcan build and Gut Soul, because Gut Soul added 30 to every Vulcan attack. But this is the card game. This is just good for adding a +2 to your strength. And this can be played in any deck. So Vulcan is, it's a normal thing. Then we have Bubbler. This is actually a roll-only card, which is really weird. There is Aquaman in the deck, I think. But the fact that Bubbler is only for roll is kind of weird, and it's just a defensive card. So roll is all about walling people, and Bubbler just adds to that. It's going to either be a defense 4 or an attack 4. Cyber Warrior, we kind of talked about that. Great Surprise. And Time Bomb. Oh wait, no, we got one more card. I apologize. Pretty good move. So no hollows yet. I will point that out. Unless it's a ultra rare, which is what I'm talking about, how there's only like commons and rares in the game. Unless it's one of those ultra rares, I'm probably not going to pull any hollows from this box. So yeah, we're probably looking at like 2 or 3 hollows at the max. But also for how cheap these boxes are now, because they're a dead game, I'm really not stressing it. All right, so we have Time Bomb. We have Guts Hammer, again another Gutsman card. We haven't gotten a Gutsman Navi though from this box yet. That's kind of interesting. You have Take Control, Cyber Warrior. There's Wide Sword. I think we got all 3 swords now from this box at least. I had them already for my collection, but it's kind of cool to pull all of them in a box because you got to think like if you ever do a draft option. And this game is definitely one of those where you could do a draft box. You would just have to divvy up the Navis that everyone pulls and decide who gets those, because you do need a leader, but there's really only 4 leaders in each set. So you're bound to pull them pretty commonly. Rock Cube again, Time Bomb, Guts Hammer, Take Control, and Cyber Warrior. See, this is probably a lot of people's first time seeing this, and you're already getting used to most of these cards from this set. Oh, let's try that again. All right, so we actually have our first Clown Man card. What's bullshit, though, is they call him Wacko Man in this game. Don't ask me why. But as you can see, it's Clown Man, and I forgot what her name was, Macy or something like that from the game. God, my tilting is off now. Let me see, do that way? Perfect, okay. So we have Determined. This is a pretty good red. Power Pastries, this is like your basic red +1. This is going to be in a lot of theme decks, kind of just glue. You put it in any deck. There's your Mators, your guard 1s. It's a defensive card. You basically discard a card and you get a defense +3. Invisible. So anybody who's played the Battle Network games, it is in the game. However, it's only for Magic Man. So again, Magic Man is absolutely busted. Now, if you look at what this card says, make your Magic Man strength +4. Okay, awesome. So you're going to add +4 strength, and then you can also have that 4 multiplier. But then you get to place this card beneath your deck. So this card not only adds 4, but it puts itself back into the deck for you to play it again. And almost all of Magic Man's cards do that in this game. So that's why I say Magic Man is just busted. But yeah, Invisible is a Magic Man only card, and it's obviously a 2 blue. We have Ready for Battle. That's another ramp. Clowning Around, Clown Man, Determined, Power Pastries, and Guard 1. And if you'll notice with these packs, a lot of the cards in there are duplicates. So it's not like you're getting 10 different cards. You're really kind of just getting like 5 cards and 2 of each. But it's 24 packs, so you're getting 240 cards out of it. Oh my gosh, almost threw my water bottle. All right, we have a blue cancel. There's Magic Man right there, as you can see. And then I can read off his special effect to you. Whenever you play a battle chip, your Magic Man's Blast is 2. Blast is like a requirement to attack. He basically makes that cost go from 3 to 1 anytime you play a battle chip. So think of that invisible card we were just talking about. He's going to add 4 to his strength, and then you're going to put that card on the bottom of your deck. On top of that, he's going to be able to attack for cheaper as well. So this is why I say Magic Man is like awesome. Then you have Tornado. That's a green card in this game. Then you have Cannonball, also a green card in this game. Ready for battle. Flush out your opponent. That is a blue one. That's actually good for bouncing. You're going to put 2 of your opponent's permanents back in their hand. Another blue cancel. Another Magic Man. A Tornado. And a Cannonball. Let me know you guys' favorite Navi you've seen so far. Like I said, there's only like 3 or 4 in each set. This is the first set though, so there's about 6. And obviously there's Mega Man. Those are in theme decks. I do have some theme decks I have not opened. So when I'm done with the packs, if you guys are still around and still want to see me open some theme decks as well, I can do that too. I have a couple spares because they were included in some bundles that I bought. We got a Determined. We got Mega Energy Bomb. So this one's pretty good. I thought this was the blue one, but it's not. Actually, it has no color requirements. It just comes in a lot of blue decks. No, I'm sorry, because it has a stipulation off of blue resources. So you don't need any blue to play, but you can counter against somebody who's playing blue because you're going to get a +2 strength for every blue permanent in play. So that's why this is a pretty decent card. So for example, the Flying Dutchman's deck is going to include this because if he's playing against a fellow blue player, he's going to get some massive damage, and even if he's not, he's going to get some good base damage off of his own cards. Because Proto Man is going to have blue too. You have Ready for Action. That's a Number Man card. It's not over yet. This is basically a free draw card. Green in this deck is basically like Green to Magic. You're going to tutor. You're going to find cards out of your deck. You're going to find cards from your discard pile. So that's usually what Green is trying to do. It's trying to control your cards. We have Clear Victory. This is actually a promo. So this is one of the rares. This isn't even listed in the sets. So I don't think I can get it to zoom in on the quality of the bottom at the bottom. The bottom at the bottom. But the actual number of this card is 1*1, which means it's not listed. It's one of the 6 cards included in this set that were not listed. They're considered the secret cards of the set. So we actually just got one. It's not a holo, but this is I believe this is a new card for me. I don't count this against the set though, because like I said, it's not in the list. I only count the 320 or so cards that are actually in the collector list. So we're actually going to put that one off to the side though. Pretty happy with that. Send in the Clowns. That's another Clown Man card. So as you can see, Clown Man's going to be blue and green. Determined. Mega Energy Bomb. Ready for Action. It's not over yet. Alright, we have 5. Yep, we are down to the last 10 packs of set 1. We got a Focus. That's another ramp. It's an emergency. Power Pastries. Can we just go back to Lan always getting like annoyed and bothered by people and the cards? Like first he's getting slapped in the head on that blue card, and then this yellow one, yeah, he's riding him. Power Pastries. Boomer 2. Hey, there we go. We have our first holo of the set, guys. Alright, so her name was Maddie. It wasn't Macy, it was Maddie. So this is Clown Man's operator, if you guys remember her. She is part of Grave or Gospel, depending on if you watch the series or the game. So pretty cool. I think I already had 2 of her. I might actually have a collector set of her now if I have 3. I know I have at least 2 of her. This is either the 3rd or 4th card of her that I've gotten so far. Clown Man is also one of the only people in the game that can put cards back into his deck himself. So, first holo! Woo woo! Alright, so then we have Handiwork. That's an Electman card, but not only to him. It just has his artwork. Then you're going to have Focus. That's ramp. You're going to have It's an Emergency again, Power Pastries, and Boomer 2. Put that over there. 9 packs left. Mind Tricks, this is again another green card from Magic Man. Burn a power to take any card from your deck into your hand. This is a tutor. Like anybody who knows Magic, this is a free tutor. Magic Man is one of the only one of the only Navis in this card game that can just grab stuff out of his deck as well with a special card. Now you can do it with green anyways, but imagine because he's a green Navi, he's gonna have these plus the basic green cards you can throw in there already to tutor. So that's why I'm like, Magic Man is busted. He just controls the deck. Asking for it. Difference in power. Technical difficulties. Handiwork. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is a new card for me. And this is a good one because it's Magic Man, like I was just talking about. Wheel of Magic. So we're going to start off by saying a 7 in this number is ridiculous. You are not going to see cards with a number this high usually. It's usually going to be about 2 or 3. The fact that this is 7 is insane. So if I flip this card over, I'm going to add 7 to my attack when I'm doing my blast. The effect for it is burn 2 power, which basically you're going to lose 2 mana, and you're going to take any two cards from your deck into hand. So you see how we just had that other card that lets you grab any card from your deck into hand? This card's going to let you grab 2 of them, and then it's going to place itself on the bottom of the deck like the invisible battle chip. So it's going to give you 2 cards out of your deck, and then it's going to recycle itself onto the bottom of the deck. And keep in mind, again, your deck is your life. So this is giving you life back after you play a card. This is why I say Wheelman's ridiculous. Every time I mention Wheelman or Magic Man, we're going to have to do the Bob Ross emoji on me so I don't ramble. Let me sleeve these guys up, though. We're going to sleeve up Wheel of Magic and Maddie. Whoop, whoop, 2 hollows so far. Hopefully those aren't the only ones, though. We're down to 8 more packs for this box. So again, another Mind Tricks. Jeez. Asking for it. Difference in power. That's a blue card. Technical difficulties. Alright, we have 2, 4, 6, 8 packs left for set 1. And then we still have 2 more to go through. We still got 48 packs after this, guys. And we're already, what, an hour and a half into the stream? This is going to be a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Delicious and Nutritious. This is basically get a life back. So it's, as you can see, it's going to have a low RNG factor, but it's a free get a life back. There's a Luckman. We finally got his Navi card to show off. He is awesome because anytime I play a battle chip, I'm going to get an extra energy. So imagine having a commander in Magic that anytime you played like an instant or a sorcery, you would be able to add a mana to your board. That's what this guy does. That's why I want to make a deck with him too, because he's super fast. So Luckman, that's my boy. Winning Hand, this is a yellow battle chip card. This is going to let you, I think, it's going to give you an extra energy if you played a battle chip that turn. Mega Energy Bomb, again, this is good for blue. Barrier, this is a red defensive card. Vulcan, this is just an all-around strength modifier. Delicious and Nutritious, get a life back. A Luckman. You see what I mean by you get repetitives in the packs? It's not like you're getting 10 different packs. Or 10 different cards. They are giving you like 2 of each card in the pack. So for someone who's like buying boxes like this, it's actually really cool for building a deck if you stick to what you pull, because you will get enough to do it. And consider how cheap these boxes are. I might consider doing like a draft tournament with a couple people in-house eventually, when we're able to see each other and all. Mega Energy Bomb, last one for this pack. Again, any questions about the games or of the Navis or how the card game works, feel free to ask. It's not too hard to get the hang of. There's just a couple different caveats from the normal games you're probably used to playing. But it's actually a really fun game. Alright, so we have, again, Wacko Man. Like, he's Clown Man, but for some reason they called him Wacko Man. So his special ability is whenever you play a battle chip, you may recharge a life. Excuse me. That's why I say he's one of the only people in the game that can get you cards back, because he's going to do that automatically every time you play a battle chip. You can only play 1 battle chip per turn unless you're doing Rock Cube or Area Grab, but imagine being able to recharge a life and get something back into your deck every time you do that. So that's why a lot of people like to run Wacko Man. That's who she operates. So we have Delicious and Nutritious. Air Shot. I think that's the first Air Shot of the box, or I just haven't paid attention to them. Air Shot is good for defensive. This is a defensive card in the game. You're going to need 2 energy, but it's going to give you a +3 defense, which is usually all Navi's base attack anyways. So this is like a really good defensive play. We're going to have Data Scan from Roll. I do have this one already. This is a specific card for her. We're going to have Vulcan. Discord. This is specifically for Clownman, her guy. It's a green card. As you can see, Clownman is green and blue. You're going to discard 2 green cards, but you're going to make your Wacko Man. I hate saying Wacko Man. You're going to make your Clownman attacks +2 for each card in your opponent's hand. So if your opponent has a full hand, which is 5 cards, you're going to get a +10 strength. And the way this works is your strength is how much damage you do to your opponent's life. So if you add 10 strength and your opponent can't answer that, they're about to lose 10 cards off the top of their deck and /life. So Wacko Man can be pretty cool and get some pretty cool combos off. Now remember, if he plays this Battle Chip, he's also going to get something from his discard pile to put back into his deck as well. So you can play the other cards first, and then use this Battle Chip and his ability to get them back into your deck and recycle it. There's Clownman again, speaking of. Delicious and Nutritious, Airshot, and Data Scan. Six more packs. Might have to empty out my my pack trash. We have Counterattack. This is a yellow card for Numberman. Numberman is a red and yellow card type usually. I think he has a few other colors that he can mix with, but he is predominantly yellow and red. We have Rival. I think that's our first Chod in the box. You can see Land's making the funny face at Chod. I love it. Chod is like always so serious, and Land is actually like an 11-year-old should be. Worthy Opponent. We're going to have Recharge and Try Again. This is pretty good for getting life back. You're going to have to burn some power, but it's really clutch later in the game if you find yourself about to lose and you just need to put a couple cards back into your deck. This is super clutch, and it does have a Destiny of 4. We got Rock Cube, defensive. We got Towering Inferno. This is great for Torchman. This is going to automatically just make your opponent lose 2 energy, which is life. You're going to have Counterattack, which is Numberman, Rival, Worthy Opponent, Recharge and Try Again. Alright, 5 more packs. We're set 1. Alright, we have Rival. Gutsman. We finally have a Gutsman card to show you guys. Alright, so his ability is whenever you play a Battle Chip, your strength goes up 1. So if you play Area Grab and then another one, you're going to add a +2 to his attack, which is already 3. That's going to be 5, plus those special chip effects. For only 2 cards, you probably get your Gutsman up to like a 7 to 10 strength, which is kind of ridiculous. Playing Dirty. It's not over yet. Useless one. This is another one of those blue attack for cheap cards. Flame Brain. So this is a blue card for Torchman. Torchman is actually a red and blue Navi. He's not just mono red. And boom, your opponent discards a card just for playing this. Rival again. Another Gutsman. Playing Dirty. And then It's Not Over Yet. Again, just an easy green draw card. Alright, we got 4 more packs. We got 2 rolls, a Torchman, and a Megaman. Anybody got an update on the NFL game? We have Handiwork. Smackdown. This is a Skullman card before Skullman ever existed in the game. It's pretty cool. Skullman doesn't come in until set 3, but they had a card with him in it already, so it's kind of cool. Fish Intervention, again, a very, very clutch yellow card. Anytime you run yellow, even if it's just 1, you want this in your deck. Oh, getting ahead of ourselves. Ah, we have a jumper. It was a boy bomb. We have a jumper boy. Fish Intervention was what we showed you before then. Energized, again, good yellow Luckman card. We have Vulcan 1, Handiwork, Smackdown, Fish Intervention, and Boys Bomb. So there's a lot of yellow cards in this pack. We have Not Enough Power. This is basically you get to play an additional Battle Chip. So imagine being able to play this and then another battle chip for like one of those Navis that gets a special effect. You're going to be able to do that special effect twice. Uncommon Net Battler, that's too easy. This is cool because this is your green tutor. It's going to have an awesome destiny count, but you are going to need 3 energy, but you will be able to take any card from your deck into your hand. So it's pretty cool. Let him have it. Disaster Strikes, this is good. As you can see, if your destiny is greater than 7, you're going to burn 2 power to make your opponent lose 10 energy. Without explaining all that fancy wording, just keep attention to that lose 10 energy. Your opponent's going to lose 10 life. They're going to lose 10 cards off the top of their deck. So this is just great direct damage for having 2 energy. And that's all. 2 energy and 3 red permanents on the field. Useless one. Not enough power. Uncommon Battler. Brownie points to whoever can tell me what his name is. Not his real name, what his name is when he puts on the mask. That's too easy. I'll let him have it. 2 more packs. We got the net couple right here. Megaman and Roll. Ladies first. Save Megaman for last. So we did pull the 2 holos I was speaking about, and we did get one of the promos out of this box, the secret rares. That's usually what happens. You're going to get 1 secret card and 2 to 3 of the holos. We have these last 2 packs. Hopefully we get some last pack magic like we did with the Pokemon. So we have Cyber Sword. Not enough power. Routine defense. Eat more fish. I love this dude. He's so great. Again, brownie points to anybody that can actually tell me him. Drowning. This is just a good green, like, you take damage, I take damage type card. Looking Hot. Torchman. Cyber Sword. Not enough power. Eat more fish. And routine defense. All right, last pack. Last pack of set 1. We're not done. Don't worry, folks. We got set 2 to go. Oh, no, this is set 3. I'm sorry. We still got the set 2 booster box to go through, and we still got the set 3 booster box to go through. That was just set 1. Last pack for set 1, though. Drum roll. As the mixtape picks up for the end. I am also always looking for music to put on the stream, guys. If you have something you want to promote or you know somebody that's trying to show off music, by all means, send them my way. I don't get DMCA'd. I help somebody out. Show No Mercy, Roll. You guys already knew what Air Shot is. Difference in power. Cannonball. Send in the Clowns. Yeah, there we go. I think I already had... No, I did not have this one. Awesome. I have the blue land. There's another land that comes out in set 2. So this is the last pack magic, baby. Yeah, last pack magic. We got a land holo to go with the Maddie holo. So we did get 3 holos out of this box. Another Air Shot. Show No Mercy. Difference in power. And Cannonball. Get this sleeved up. All right. So, for this set, it looks like all our holos were green this time around. And then we did get one of the secret promos. I believe I already owned this one. This might be a new one. I have to double check my binder. But we definitely got 2 new cards today. So that should definitely put me over the 90% completion for set 1. And then we'll see what we get from the other 2 sets because I'm right on the cusp of 90% completion for this entire game. So set 2 and set 3 coming up right now too. I do need to go refill my water bottle. I'm not going to cut the stream or anything. Just give me like 30 seconds to go get some water. I'll even leave the cards out for you guys to kind of stare at. And then I'll even show you the pack after, or the pile after we pulled everything. 240 cards later. All right, I'm just going to go grab a water real quick. Alright, and we're back. Thanks for hanging tight, guys. Alright, so we're going to move forward to set number 2. You can only imagine how many cards I have in this room between every game I play. Alright, so we are going to put these off to the side because those are going to go in the binder at the end. And we're going to show you guys 90% or more of the game since I have it collected now. Like I said, it's only about... Oh no, we have a drop. Like I said, it's only about 300 or so cards in this entire game because it got canceled pretty early when it came out. So it would be pretty nice to go through it at the end and show you guys. So this is set 2, Grand Prix. As you can see on the front, we got Megaman and Pharaoh Man. Pharaoh Man, Proto Man. I'm trying to remember all the Navis that are in this one. There's a few of them. You're going to have Iceman or Frostman, Tori. I believe Snake Man is also in this one. You're going to have Airman. And I think that's it. But again, I like to show off the little booster boxes because they did put some effort into these. Pop them up. You got a little thing going on here. I like it. Like I said, when I first got them, I was all hype about it. I was like, yo! But now we're going to make sure we get all these packs out. Here we go, another 24 packs, guys. So let's keep track. How many have we done so far? We did the 36 for Pokemon, and then we're now 24 in for Mega Man, so that puts us at 60. And then we're gonna have this box and the other box to go. So we're definitely gonna. I think it's 108 boxes total that we're going. 108 packs total that we're going through. God, 108 boxes would be ridiculous. All right, Proto Man or Pharaoh Man? Let's start with Pharaoh Man. All right, set number 2, Grand Prix. Here we go. All right, we have The Way. I know The Way. This is kind of a green tutor card. It has to be something of your Navi's emblem, though. That's why it's different from the other one. It's electric. This is a yellow card for kind of disrupting your opponent. Guidance. This is a blue Mega Man card. I'm going to end up doing something with this anyway, so you'll eventually see content on that. It's just a really good resource manager for Mega Man. Counting Down is going to be good for looking at your turned over cards and actually manipulating them. So you're going to be able to look at them that are face down and then put them in any order you want so you know the sequence of extra attack you're getting. There we go. So Mega Man did get a new Navi in set 2. As you can see, he has a couple different numbers. He's not just 222 across the board. He's 234. That 4 is very annoying, but obviously all the cards that came in the set kind of help you get over that. Like Father, Like Son, you can see Dr. Hikari, and then you can see Lan right there. This is a bounce. You're going to be able to put any 3 permanents on the field back to their owner's hands, whether they're yours or your opponent's. So this is why I say blue is very much like Magic Control. Weepers. This is going to reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a battle chip, you get to play it. Yeah, reveal the top card of your deck and you play it even if it's a resource. So it actually is not just a battle chip. You're going to be able to play any card off the top of your deck as long as you have the stipulations met for it. So this is really good for people who are like, use the top card of your deck and do this, or add this to the top card of your deck. It has a lot of good synergy with people like Base. So there's Airman, like I was talking about. Airman is the king of bounce in this game. He is going to blow everything you have away back into your hand, and he's just going to make you keep starting over from scratch. So he just keeps you very suppressed. It's one of the other control types in the game. This is more like control your opponent type, not control your deck. But Airman's also very good. The rares for him are some of the more expensive rares because he's one of the better decks too. So we have Shrimpy 2. This is a virus. I don't think I've talked about viruses in the game yet. Viruses are permanents, and you're allowed to have more than one of them. So they can spam the board, just like viruses normally would. And then Volgear, we actually got another virus. That's the red version, as you can see. And that is pack 1. Yeah, next time we're definitely going to have the scissors ready, guys. Teeth are starting to get annoyed. Alright, so we have Lan when he ate the, I think it was either the curry or the hot dog that was too spicy for him. So we have Raise the Temperature. This is really cool because you're just going to place a card from the discard pile back on top of your deck, kind of like Weepers. Or the reverse of Weepers, I should say. There's another Guidance. We have Fast Gauge. I think this is the first time we've come across Fast Gauge in the card game. Whenever you lose an energy, you get to draw a card. So if your opponent is doing damage to you, you're actually going to draw an extra card. You're going to draw a card for each life you lose. Now, remember, in this game, your deck is your life, so that's going to be a little counterproductive against yourself. You're going to be taking double damage, but you're also going to be getting more cards into your hand for when you start your turn to answer to your opponent. So if you know you have like that one-turn kill combo set up, this is really good to draw into those cards. Boomer 1, like I said, classic yellow. Well, actually, I think we were looking at Boomer 2, but Boomer 1 is essentially the same thing. You maybe add to your strength. Magnum. So anybody who was watching me play Red Sun, they knew I had trouble with this one because the cursor on it is so fast. This is a red card, and it's very good for upping your Navi's strength. You could potentially double it or even triple it with this card. Roll of Thunder. This is going to let you blast multiple times. A blast is like a free attack you get to add on top of your normal one. That's where I'm saying you get to attack for cheaper. This is going to let you do a second one. There's Iceman, the guy we were talking about. So his effect is whenever you play a resource, you may make your opponent place a card from their hand into their power gauge. So you can essentially take one of your opponent's cards in hand and banish it down on the board. And it's going to be face down, so they can't do anything with it until it's time for them to attack. So it's really good at hand control. Iceman is great for hand control. Yeah, Boomer 1, again, yellow. Snowed In, this is a green card for Iceman specifically. Lose 2 energy to draw 2 cards. So basically, discard 2 cards off the top of your deck, draw 2 cards. And then you have Gloomer, which is the virus version of Boomer, which kind of is obvious. Gloomer Boomer. No hollows yet, but we're only 2 packs in, so it's not too bad. I'm going to take another drink real quick. Stay hydrated, folks. All right, on to the next one. We have Volgear, Fast Cage, High Cannon, Chip Junkie, Nose, Spin Cycle. Okay, there's a lot of good cards in this pack. We're just going to review this after I go through all of them. Gloomer, Clean 'em Out, Headstrong Navi, and Moko Rush. I hate these things. Not this card. I hate these viruses in the real game. This is a red card. Whenever your opponent blasts, you may make your net Navi +3. So whenever your opponent tries to do an extra attack, your defense is going to go up 3, which essentially negates that. So like I said, there's a few good cards in this pack I wanted to go over with you guys. Let me just take those out real quick. Alright, so we'll start with Spin Cycle. This is again why Airman is good. Airman is all about green and bouncing resources. Place a card from your power gauge on top of your deck, and then you recharge 2 energy. So this is going to let you basically get an extra power, and then you're going to get 2 energy. So this is good for ramping up before you blow away your opponent's board. Or you can even potentially use it after you blow away your opponent's board, and then you get your board set up. Nose is great. This is going to add to your attack. And it's also got that 5 at the corner, which is really good. You have Chip Junkie. This is 5. This is really cool because it's going to reveal the top card of your reveal a random card from your discard pile. And if it's a battle chip, you actually get to play it. And it doesn't count against your 1 battle chip per turn. So it's essentially a free battle chip played from your discard pile. So if you're a deck that plays a lot of battle chips and you have like 5 or 10 of them in the discard pile and only like 2 regular cards, this is a great card because you're going to have a really good chance of playing one of those again for free. And then High Cannon. High Cannon is for any color. You're basically going to burn one of your mana or your powers, and you're going to get a +1 for each permanent on the board. So this is a really good card too. I'm just not a cannon man. I like my swords. Next, we have Holy Panel. So that's the first time we're seeing it. Basically, whenever you spend a permanent, you're going to be able to get a life back. So it's really cool. This is more like a utility battle chip rather than trying to add defense or offense. Then you have Snake Man. Like I said, he's one of the Navis in this second set. He's going to have some really weird cards. He's more of like a Hex player. He's going to like stop your opponent from doing shit, and then he's going to be able to do like stuff he shouldn't. He's cheap. He's a bad guy. Bitten, not really worth mentioning. Loud and Clear, that's in the theme decks. Counting Down, that lets you manipulate your face downs. Ultimate Sacrifice, so we do have our first holo of the set, as you guys can see. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I do already own this one. This is a Pharaohman card, or at least it can be used on any yellow person. It's an instant. You're going to destroy all permanents on the field, and you're going to burn everybody's energy, and you're going to discard everybody's hands. This is the ultimate board wipe. So if you play yellow and you can somehow get 3 energy off on the board, and your opponent's like ready to go off on you, you can just destroy everything. I mean, it literally says destroy all permanents, destroy all energy, destroy all hands. This is like the banisher of the game. The Raigeki, or whatever the frick it's called in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I know there's another one in Magic. It's like Killing Wave or something like that. But yeah, there's our first holo of set 2. We have Chip Junkie again, Loud and Clear, Dogged Determination. This is basically another blue cancel. So if you remember, set 1 had cancellation, set 2 has Dogged Determination. So you're going to be able to have a lot of cancels if you're a blue player. That's why we said the Flying Dutchman is going to be playing a balanced deck of blue and red. He's going to be running blue cards to cancel and be defensive, and he's going to be running red cards for direct damage to be offensive. So then we have Silly. As you can see, we have a virus card. He's electric. He's really only good for the Thunderman deck. So if we get to... I don't think Thunderman's in this, actually. That's a lie. He's good for somebody else. I don't use the card, I'll be honest. Moving on. So one thing you probably noticed by now is all of the card arts are actually screenshots from the anime. And that is because, I mean, if we look at the logo, it's Megaman NT-Warrior, not Megaman Battle Network. So every reference on here is actually from the anime and not the video games. However, the video games are a lot longer, and I'm more of a fan of them. So I refer to it as the Battle Network, even if it's NT-Warrior, because, same thing. Grab Revenge, great battle chip inside the game, great battle chip inside this game. It's a blue card, but basically, whenever you play an instant, you can take one of your permanents and put it back into an owner's hand. So I could play an instant, put one of your permanents back into your hand, or I could play an instant and get one of my permanents back if I got like a play effect and be able to use it again. So Grab Revenge is pretty good and it only requires 1 blue energy. Then you got Mator, so you got the virus for him. He's a yellow resource. Rush, I love Rush the dog. He's pretty cool. He's basically a virus banisher. I will mention him. He's cool because you can put him in any deck. He has no color requirements. So if you're going against somebody who likes to spam viruses a lot, this guy's cool because he's just going to get rid of all of them. Head to Fist, this is a Snake Man card. So like I said, Snake Man does some weird stuff. For example, this one's going to let you discard and note the corner number, and then you're going to take that much amount and add it to your attack. So you're basically going to sacrifice a card from your hand, but you're going to get to do it willingly, and you're going to add defense or attack. So as you can see for this one, I'd be like, okay, if I have a 5 card in my hand, I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to use that 5 card to add to the attack. So Snake Man's all about cheating. Then you have Proto Man as an actual card, not just a Navi. He's pretty cool. It basically makes your opponent take their whole hand and put it into their power. So it removes their hand, but it also gives them a bunch of power. However, there is a max amount of power in this game. You can only have up to 5. So they're going to have to get rid of them if you put them over 5. So it will get rid of those cards as well. It just takes an extra sequence and turn. It's electric. Playtime. Hot Ice. That is Iceman and Tori. As you can see, it's an Iceman card only. Iceman, again, is about hand wiping or hand control. We said Silly already, and you can see Kilby's, the Lances from the Battle Network game. They're a green virus in here. I haven't used them before, so I can't really talk on it. For the most part, what I've played in the game so far have been red, blue, and yellow. I haven't really touched green. I've only used green as a resource in this game. Let me actually sleeve up Ultimate Sacrifice while we're at it to be safe. Yeah, for some of these ultra rares, like these holos that I don't plan on keeping, I have duplicates of. I'm definitely gonna like unload off. So anybody who's interested in the game or playing, and if you've seen me pull a few holos that I'm not like too excited about, and you are looking at making the deck, by all means let me know. But again, they do have the tabletop simulator on Steam. So for anybody who doesn't want to like spend money on a dead card game, they do have it online. The community kept it alive. Alright, so for starters on this one, we've got the Megaman Navi. We got Rush again. The Way. Fast Gauge. This is Enlightenment. If you remember Rabida, I know she's from Battle Network 5. I don't know about the other Battle Networks, but she's Toadman's operator. Pretty cool. Toadman's a very sleeper Navi. He doesn't look like he's that strong, but he's actually dope as fuck. He's not in the game though, unfortunately. Iceman, the Navi card. Permanent results. This is a Pharaohman card. Pharaohman is all about just board wiping and killing. He's essentially like, that ultimate black deck in Magic where you're just like, screw it, I'm going to remove everything. That is Pharaohman in this game. And that's why he's also one of the good potential picks for making a deck. Airhead. This is another Airman control card. Thrill of Anticipation. So this is actually a yellow Megaman card. I think we've gotten a Megaman card in every color except red so far. But yeah, Megaman is the only rainbow Navi in the game. Vulcan 2. So if you remember we had Vulcan 1, we actually have a Vulcan 2 as well. It's just a little bit stronger and requires an extra energy, but you can always, just put pure Vulcans in your deck as your battle chips and know that you're going to add additional strength. It just depends on your playstyle. Alright, we have Playing Hooky. This is actually a decent card. I don't know if I spoke on it yet. I can't really tell what part it's from. I just see the glass breaking. You're gonna discard 2 cards, but you're gonna take any card into your hand. So you're gonna trade 2 cards from your hand to tutor anything out of your deck, which is pretty cool. So anybody who can afford, actually this doesn't even have a green stipulation. You can put this in any deck, and this is a common. So anybody looking to build decks, Playing Hooky is a good card to keep an eye out for too. It's gonna help you tutor, and you're only gonna need 2 energy. We have the Airman Navi card. You can have Dogged Determination, that's another cancel. Kilby the Virus. Thrill of Anticipation. Petrify, that's another Pharaohman card. You're going to have the Megaman Navi. Choose carefully, as you can see, Protoman's on there. So this is kind of a cool card, but it's a very risky one. For 1 green energy, you're going to be able to name a color in the game, and you're going to reveal the top card off of your deck until you get a card of that color. But once you do, I believe you get to keep that card and take it into hand. So I know there's something like that in Pokemon right now where you're going to have to name a certain type of card and then you just keep revealing the top cards of your deck until you find that one and you put it into your hand. This is that same effect. So it's really good because you get to run it for only 1 green energy, and it also has a really high RNG factor of 5 for the Blast Destiny. So this is a pretty cool card as well. Like I said, green is very good for managing your deck. I've never made a green person deck, but I always throw green cards in my deck to help manage it. Head to Fist, we kind of spoke on that. That's a Snake Man card. And then Spiky is the Virus. Heat Shot. There is a Heat Shot chip. We kind of saw it earlier on. But that is specifically a Torchman. Spiky can be used for anybody. Fingers are getting sore. All these packs. Guard 2. This is another defense card, just like the original Mator one, but it's just going to have a higher defense factor for higher energy. Kind of just an upgrade. You're going to have Hot Ice again. White Web. I hate these things in Battle Network 4. They take forever to get used to. But this is a great battle chip inside the game as well because your opponent cannot recharge energy, meaning your opponent can't get life back. So if you're one of those decks that lets you get energy back, like Clown Man, I believe, this is going to stop it. It only does it for that turn, but this can be really crucial or key for those turns that you know they're going to like try to get 10 cards back into the deck. You can play this and they just get canceled out completely. So he's just as much a bitch in this game as he is in the freaking Battle Networks. You have High Cannon, again, great for adding strength for each permanent on the board. Playtime. And there we go. So we have our next holo. OU one, I believe I have this one already. Unfortunately, I might have all my Grand Prix cards that I pull, just because I had Protoman and I was definitely doing a lot of hunting. This is a Protoman card too. This is a green one. Your opponent's going to draw 3 cards, unfortunately, so that sounds bad, but again, your opponent is losing 3 life that way. Your deck is your life, so if they draw 3 cards, they're losing 3 life. Your opponent's going to lose 3 life, and then you're going to get 3 life back. So that's why this is a pretty cool card. For 3 green energy, you can essentially do a -3 to your opponent and then a +3 for yourself. So that's holo number 2 for set box number 2. Put that over there and put in a sleeve afterwards. We got permanent results, Snowed In, and another Grab Revenge. Oh, we got a Snake Man on the bottom. Alright, so let me look at last time. Last time we were able to get 3 holos, so that's 2 holos in this box already. We might be getting the shinies early on for this box. I think we're about halfway through this pile now. We're almost at the 10 mark. We are at the 2-hour mark, too. We've been opening packs for 2 hours, guys. Alright, we have more to come. This is another Snake Man card. You're going to discard a card and note the corner card. I think we already talked about this. No, we didn't. Okay, so you're going to discard a card from your hand, look at that number, and you're going to essentially get another card from the discard pile back with that same number. So I could say I want to discard a 4 cost from my hand, and I want to get a 4 cost back. So you have Ready Aim. That's a yellow resource. You have another Boomer. Moko Rush. I think I said Moko is a red card only in this game. And then we have Wind. So this is a Airman only card. Discard an Airman card, so you're going to have to discard a card with this logo on it. But your Airman's Blast is going to be -1, so he's going to attack for cheaper. And he's going to get a +6 to Strength, which is ridiculous. Adding +6 is insane. It also has that Blast Destiny 5, so that's pretty nice. We then have Megaman the Navi, Rush, The Way, and Fast Gauge, and Holy Panel. Do another swig real quick. Stay hydrated, guys. Alright, so I think we're getting about... This was just a loose pack we had over here. Not quite at the 10 mark yet, but we're getting there. Alright, so we have Charging Forward. This is really good because you're going to take a card from your hand and put it into your face downs. However, because you're voluntarily putting it into your face down, you're going to be able to know this corner strength when you flip it over. So it's really good for setting up your additional attack called your Blast. So this is a very good card for anybody who... Actually, it's not even a yellow requirement. You can put this in any deck. Unfortunately, you do have to discard a yellow card, though. So yeah, you are going to have to run a yellow deck for this, but this lets you set up your face downs. You're going to Plain Hooky, that's that tutor card. Talking Smack, this is a Proto Man only card, but this is where I say blue is all about bringing balance. This is going to make Proto Man's cost to Blast do his additional attack 1, so it's going to let him attack for cheaper. And that's going to come really key and handy later because Proto Man is going to have a few cards that are going to scale off of what that number is currently at. So we have Weepers, we kind of talked about that already. We talked about Spiky the Virus. Neo Very is in this game, and as you can tell, Neo Very is unfortunately only for Mega Man. I wish Neo Very had been for Mega Man and Proto Man at least, but Proto Man has Custom Sword, which is specifically for him. So Mega Man was able to get Neo Variable Sword, and Proto Man was able to get Custom Sword. I don't know if we'll pull Custom Sword in this set because it's a rare, but I do have it in my deck, so I can always show you guys if you really want to look at it. So for this one, you're going to have to get rid of a Mega Man card, and you're going to note the corner power. And then you're going to add that to your strength twice. Twice, guys. You're going to add that twice. So if you discard a card with a 5 in its corner, you're going to be able to add 10 to your attack strength. You're going to take away 10 of your opponent's life right there on the spot. It's pretty nasty. A lot of people will run yellow Mega Man just for this card, and this is usually their kill combo. You got Airman, Dogged Determination, Kilby Virus, and another Thrill of Anticipation. But yeah, so far, who's your guys' favorite Navi in this set? I know for me it's Proto Man. You're not going to see any Proto Man Navi cards because he's a theme deck. But yeah, Proto Man was definitely my favorite Navi that came out in this set. Alright, so we have Roll of Thunder. That's going to let you do an additional attack in additional time. So this is all about spamming extra attacks. You're going to Raise the Temperature. We're going to have the Mator, Headstrong Navi, Mega Man, the actual Navi card of him. He basically lets you do direct damage to your opponent. High Cannon, we talked about that one. Playtime, Grab Revenge, Mator, and Rush. So anybody who's been watching me open this box from the beginning is probably getting used to the cards by now. Like I said, it was only commons and rares in the first 2 sets. So you're going to see me pull a lot of commons, and we're only going to get like a rare 2. Unfortunate. So, like I said, set 1 had about 124 cards if I remember correctly. Set 2 actually only had 101 cards in this set. So this set was pretty much 100 cards and 100 cards only. And I think I'm currently at 88% on completion for this one. So I have about 87 or 88 of the cards of 100 of them for this set number 2. So it's going to be very hard to pull the ones that I need. Like I said, the 2 holos that we have so far, I already had. These are actually duplicates now for the collection. So we have White Web, Peace. That's actually a pretty good blue card. It's going to add to your additional attack. More to come. That's another Snake Man. Speaking of Snake Man, Ready Aim. Full of Hot Air, that's another Airman card. Airman is a blue and green card, a blue and green Navi as well. We have Peace for land, Guard 2, Talking Smack, and Choose Carefully. So Proto Man is kind of like Mega Man. He can do most colors. Most of his specific Navi cards are going to be red and blue, but he definitely has a lot of like rainbow effects that are usually more custom tiered toward him. Right, so we're opening up this one with a Grab Revenge, a Holy Panel, a Shrimpy 2, that's a virus card. I think we kind of spoke on that one already. A High Cannon, a Grave Problem. So this is the first time you actually see Base show up in the card game. He is going to be on number 3. He's actually in the front of box 3, and he's my main deck currently. But yeah, as you can see, he has a blue card, even though he is not a blue Navi at all. This is an event that kind of shows he's to come, or there's more to come. This is foreshadowing him. So this is opponent takes all cards into their power gauge into hand. So you're going to basically burn all of your opponent's power, and they're going to get their hand full. But their hand size can only be 5, so they could potentially lose their hand as well. Roll of Thunder, attack extra attacks, raise the temp. Mator, Headstrong Navi, and Gaia. So as we were talking about, there's the Big Hammer chip. They actually do have the virus for Gaia in here as well. If you remember from the Battle Network series, he would be completely silver. You couldn't attack him while he was silver because he would have his armor. And then right before he would attack you, he would go back to his normal color and the rocks would start falling. Anybody who was watching my Battle Network 4 series knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's in the game as well. He's a very popular virus from the series. Like I said, we did get 2 of the 3 holos we're probably going to get in the box pretty early on. So these next pulls might be a little dry. We are getting down to the last 10 though. We might have already hit that point. Let's see. I usually like to put out the last 10 for you guys. So now we're not at the last 10 yet. We're just about to be. We're on 11. Yeah, 11 packs left for set 2, guys. All right, it's electric. Playtime, Hot Ice, Silly, Blizzard. I think I already had this one. This is just a rare battle chip. You don't see this one very often. This is an Iceman only card, but this is like the card that makes Iceman actually playable. You're going to discard one of his own cards, and then you're going to get a +2 to your attack for each card, for each power that your opponent has. So if your opponent has that full power, you're going to add +10 to your attack. And like I said, anytime you can add +10 to your attack is really good. You're only going to need to do that 2 or 3 times a game to win. Weepers, Spiky, More to Come, Ready Aim, Boomer 1, and that was it for that pack. All right, we are down to the last 10 packs for set 2. We do have one more set 3 to go through as well, so this isn't the end of it. This is not the last 10 packs. This is just the last 10 packs of this box. So yeah, if I had to say my favorite Navis from each set so far, 1 is definitely Magic Man. Magic Man was my favorite one on set 1, if not Elect Man. Elect Man for design because he was my favorite Navi, but as far as playing wise, Magic Man is my favorite Navi. And then for set 2, Proto Man is definitely my favorite Navi to pick. We have Choose Carefully. That's the one where you self-mill until you get the card you need. Head to Fist, Spiky the Virus, Iceman the Navi, Permanent Results, Like Father, Like Son. That's a bounce card. It's Electric, Guidance, Counting Down, that lets you manipulate your face downs, and then a Mega Man Navi. Alright, down to the last 9. Alright, we have Airhead. I'll put up a little more for you guys. Thrill of Anticipation, Vulcan 2, Chip Junkie, Glide at your service. I think that's the first one we got from the box. He's alright. You're going to take a card from your deck into your hand and spend him. So he's pretty good. As you can see, though, you need to have full energy to use it. So it is a tutor card, but you need to have full energy to tutor. So a lot of people don't really use him. But if you pull him and you don't have anything else to use, he's a good like filler. We have a Volgear Virus. We have Fast Gauge. We have the High Cannon Chip, Chip Junkie, and White Web. I know they're nothing fancy, but I really do like the Battle Chip cards. Just because the Battle Chips are always a cool aspect of the Megaman NT series, or Battle Network series. Alright, down to the last 8. Alright, so I do know we've been opening these last set of cards since my last break. We're definitely hitting like an hour, hour and a half mark. Probably going to take like a 2-3 minute break, walk away from the screen real quick before we do set 3. I might cut the stream. It just depends how I'm feeling after we get through these packs. Snowed in. But we do have one more box, guys. So if you're sticking around, we will be going through the third set as well. We have Gloomer, Holy Panel, higher level. So this is another red Proto Man card I was talking about. This is going to add 4 to your Destiny. That's your extra attack that we're talking about. So just the easiest way to read that is plus 4 to your attack. For Proto Man only, though. It's really good, though. Grab Revenge, Holy Panel, Shrimpy 2, High Cannon, and Playing Hooky. That's that tutor card. Alright, we have Loud and Clear, Dogged Determination, that's that cancel, the Silly Virus, Roll of Thunder, Attack, Tack, Attack, Iceman, Snake. So as you know, Snake Man was bound to have the Snake Battle Chip from the Battle Network series, the little snakes that come out of the ground. You're going to discard one of his own cards, and then you're going to get a +3 for each card in your own hand. So if you have a full hand, you're going to add +15 to your defense, and I don't think there's much that you can do to get past that. That's going to pretty much wall anybody you need to when you're playing Snake Man. Then we have Peace, More to Come, and Snake Man Navi, and then we have Ready Aim as the last one for that one. Alright, 6 more. Alright, we have Spin Cycle, Gloomer, Clean 'em Out, Headstrong Navi, Full of Hot Air, Airman, Clean 'em Out, Airhead, Spin Cycle, and Charging Forward. Last 5 of set 2. If I had to take, or if I had to say which card I'm really hoping to pull out of this as my last holo, it's going to be a card called Evil Admonition, or Admonition of Evil. It is a Proto Man card that's going to do 5 direct damage or potentially more. It's really good. Hopefully I can pull that, or I can pull another Chaw Smooth Operator. But definitely I want the Proto Man holo rares out of this, because so far I've gotten just kind of a normal green one and a Pharaoh Man one, that yellow board wipe. Alright, 5 more. We have Airhead, Spin Cycle, Charging Forward, Bitten. There we go. Okay, so this is a new one. We're actually going to add this to the collection today. Awesome. This is Boys Bomb 3. This is only for yellows, but if you are a yellow player and you can get your hand on one of these, you do it. You do it now. You're going to lose 2 life, but you're going to get a +3 attack for each card in your power gauge. So think about it this way. This is an offensive chip too. This isn't like that Snake Man where you're going to add +15 defense and you're basically going to wall. This is going to take away, if you're at max power, this is going to take away a quarter of your opponent's life, aka their deck. You're going to hit your opponent for 15 plus your potential whatever your base attack is. So if you're smart and you're adding additional damage, you can potentially get a combo that takes away a third of somebody's deck / life with this card. So I think that's going to be our third holo of the box, but definitely a good one to get, and it is a new one for the collection. So we at least got 1 new card out of this box. Raise the Temp, Guidance, Fast Gauge, Boomer 1, Gaia, the Virus. Alright. 4 packs. Actually, let me put Big Boy Bomb in a sleeve real quick, just to be safe. I don't think we've gotten our secret rare of the one yet. How there's always 6 cards in the box that they don't include on the set list. I don't believe we've seen that one yet, so maybe that's going to be our last pack magic on this one. Alright, so we have a Kilby, a Weepers, an Airman, a Shrimpy 2, a Volgear, a Roll. That's the actual roll card for her. This one's pretty cool because for each one of the actual characters you have on the field, she's going to give you an extra energy. So she's pretty cool because even if you just have her and like Megaman on the field, you're going to be able to potentially add 4 energy back on the board. And you can only have a max of 5, so it gets you charged up pretty fast. Mocha Rush 1, Vulcan 2, Guard 2, Iceman, and that is it for that pack. Alright. 3 packs left for the set, and they are all Pharaohmans. We already have our 3 hollows from the box, though, so these are probably just going to be throwaway packs. If we're lucky, though, we'll get a promo, not a promo, a secret. We got a Vulcan 2, Guard 2, Iceman, Airman, Clean them out, Bring It On. I think that's the first one we've seen of Bring It On for Chad, but this isn't the theme deck, so that's why I don't really have to touch on it. The theme deck actually includes a hollow version of this, so it's a pretty cool card. Snake Man, Bitten, oh, we'll go back, Loud and Clear, and Counting Down. That lets you manage your face downs. Last 2 packs for set 2. We have Moko Rush 1, Peace, oh, go back, stop at, Guard 2, Talking Smack, Choose Carefully, Unwavering Loyalty. This is a Mega Man card, a blue one only. This is pretty cool. You're going to discard a card and make your blast basically attack cheaper and power up. Then you have Bitten, Guard 2, Hot Ice, and White Web. Alright guys, can we get last pack magic on 3 boxes in a row? So far we've done 2. And then I know things are kind of dying down, so I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If you want me to go through set 3, I can, or we can go through it tomorrow. I know most people have probably lost steam on this because we've been going at it for almost 3 hours now. I know my hands are getting tired. So it's up to you guys. If we want, we can do set 3 tomorrow, or we can power through set 3 tonight. I just know it's gotten pretty quiet on chat. So we have Gaia for the virus card, permanent results, Snowed In, Grab Revenge, Snake Man, Always a Competition. This is actually a good yellow card. Always a Competition is pretty good because you're going to spend a yellow permanent, but you're going to be able to get power 4 times. So if you've already got the 2 energy required to play this and then you do this, you're going to go to max energy and you're actually going to be 1 above it. So it's going to put you at 6 energy. Then you have whenever you spend a resource, you may recharge energy. This is Holy Panel. We kind of talked about that already. Charging Forward, playing Hooky, and last card for the set, Talking Smack. So that is it for set 2. So we pretty much did the usual. We got 3 hollows out of the box like last time. I'll add those over here too. We might have gotten a secret rare out of that box. I just didn't notice it because they're not hollow, so I might have gone through it, or I might have already even had it. But yeah, so far we've gotten 3 hollows out of 3, or out of each box. So we are pacing how we should be. Not too bad. I'll leave it up to you guys. I do still have set number 3. We can open it now. We can open it tomorrow. We can keep going. Like I said, I know it's getting pretty late for people. People are getting a little tired. It's up to you guys. I can keep going. Chat's a little quiet though, so I just want to make sure we still got some people that are interested. I'll also let you look at the cards for a little bit. I gotta get a drink after all that talking. Whew. gonna cue up some music while. What are you guys feeling for music? I'm gonna do. I think I'm feeling some Flatbush. I'm feeling some old Flatbush though. All right, I'm gonna go through the third box. All right, so moving on to set 3. Set 3 was called Grave. Grave was what they called Gospel, the bad guys in Battle Network. So they actually named the third set after them. So this is going to be a set very focused on like bad guys. So again, they were creative with their booster boxes. I don't want to fuck up the box sleeves. Give me a second. There we go. So as you can see, they got the little stand-ups. Pretty cool. They do their thing. And if we're lucky, we've got all 4 Navis that are in this set right here. We've got Sharkman, we've got Shadowman, we've got Skullman, and we've got Base. So those are going to be the 4 Navis. Oh, sorry. These are going to be the 4 Navis that are in this set. As you can tell, they are all bad guys. There are no good guys in this set. There's also going to be Magnet Man and Woodman. So Woodman's probably the only good guy. I mean, you could consider Skullman as well. But yeah, this is definitely like the evil set. Base is my boy. Let's get these all out here for you guys. This is the last box, though. So these are the last 24 packs for the night. Those of you that have been with me since the beginning, thank you. I'm excited to go through these last few piles of cards. I'm definitely going to be doing this again. This is not the first time. This is just the first time I've done it live. But I definitely enjoyed it. So we're going to keep doing that. But, alright. Here we go. Last ones of the night. This is Megaman Anti-Warrior Set 3 Grave. 24 pack booster box. Here we go. So right off the bat, we've got a Skullman. Skullman is really cool too. Skullman is actually the person that I play against on the practice with my cousin. This is his main person to use. Skullman is pretty cool because whenever you blast, which is that additional attack we're talking about, you're going to be able to place one of your permanents and play into your power gauge. So you're going to take one of your permanents on the field and use it to recharge an extra energy or ramp up an energy, which is really cool because you're going to attack, which is going to take one of those cards away, and then you're going to be able to take another card and cycle it back in there. So when you use Skullman, you're able to constantly flow out your energy and permanents at the same time. You don't have to really worry about managing them as well because he's automatically going to keep that cycle going. So Skullman's a really cool card as well. So we have Magtech. This is a virus. This is going to be more of a Magnet Man focused one. Magnet Man is in the set, like I said. He was part of Gospel or Grave, whichever you go by. Carb Craving. This is another one of those key cards. Put it in any deck you can if you really can it. You're going to discard 2 cards from your hand to power up 3 times. So this is going to ramp 3 in exchange for 2 cards out of your hand. If this is early game and you've already got the 3 energy, that's really not a problem because you want to get that power early on. So this is also a key card you always want to keep an eye on. So as you can see, they do have some recovery battle chips in the game. However, the recovery battle chips are used as defensives. So in this case, recovery 10 is going to give you a defensive +2. But you are going to have to give your opponent 2 cards from the discard pile back into their hand. I believe there's recovery 10 and there's recovery 200. Recovery 200 is a very rare card. I think I have it already. It should be in my binder. So we have At Fault. This is actually the base card if you know Base's logo. This is really cool. This is busted. This is why I started using Base, because Base is going to look at your opponent's deck. Not your deck, your opponent's deck. And you're going to discard any card from that deck that you want. So if you know your opponent's strategy and you know how they play and you know there's a couple certain key cards they need, I'm going to play at fault. I'm going to go through your deck because I can carry 4 of these, and each one of these I'm going to be able to burn that card out of your deck so you can't use it yourself. So this is really cool for base. Base is also about like burning everything you got. Kind of like Pharaoh Man, but to a different degree. So then you have Pulls You In, that's Magnet Man. Magnet Man's kind of funky, he's hard to explain. I'm going to build a deck for him anyways, so I'll kind of save that. And there we go. We got Magnet Man's Navi card right off the bat. So Magnet Man's got no defense. That's kind of a weird thing to think about, but you kind of work around it. Whenever you blast, which is that additional attack, you're going to get 2 extra energy. So he's kind of like a Lekman where he's going to charge up extra energy and ramp, but he does it under a different condition. So you got Envious Evil. That was Maddie, like we were talking about. That's Clown Man's operator. This you're going to find in almost every theme deck. This is like another red filler card. Your opponent just loses 1 life, 1 energy easy right off the bat, and it has that high count of 5. So it's pretty cool. Voodoo Doll. Voodoo Doll is a Skullman only card in this game, but it's actually very important. You're going to burn 3 of your own energy, but you're going to make your attack +2 for each card that your opponent has in play in their power gauge. So if your opponent is at plus max power, you're going to be able to give your Skullman +10. And I'm sure you guys have heard that a lot tonight. There's going to be certain ways to just add +10 to your Navi. Those are the kind of cards you're going to be looking for if you ever build a deck in this game. You want to look for those combos that give you +10 to your strength. And then we have gender differences. This is a decent card. It just depends on what you want to use it for. You're going to lose 2 life, and then you're going to take a card from your discard pile back into your hand. So if you're somebody that has no way of getting things back from a discard pile, you might want to look into adding this card. Alrighty, next one. We got Surprise Transfer, Giving It Away. That's actually kind of a green staple. That's pretty good. You're going to discard 2 cards to get 3 life back. So you're going to lose 2 in your hand, but if you need to get more life back like later game, this is really key because it requires nothing to do so either. Just the 2 cards from your hand. Requital, this is for Sharkman. That's in the theme deck, so if I open the theme decks, I'll kind of talk about that more. We have Clown Man. That's One to Talk. This is another one of those red fillers you can probably find in a lot of theme decks from later on. Ooh, we got a Shadow Man card. Excuse me. I did already have this one, unfortunately. I made the mistake of buying a couple singles off of eBay before I opened these boxes because I got antsy. However, I do plan on running Shadow Man, so I didn't really care if that happened because I plan to put this in the deck. But this is the first holo of box 3. It's a Shadow Man one. It's Immobilized Force. So Shadow Man is going to run red and blue inside the game. And he's really cool because he is all about punishing your opponent for having a good hand. It's not about getting rid of their hand or making sure they have no hand. It's as long as you have a full hand, you are making me way too damn strong. So for like this one, you're going to discard a card to make your opponent take all cards in their hand from their power gauge to their hand. So this is going to make your opponent lose all their power, like all their mana, and then it's going to put all of that back into their hand. So it's going to make their hand size even bigger. So when he uses his next effect, he's going to get super high attack because you just gave your opponent a full hand if they didn't already have it. Kind of like Gengar does in the Pokemon game with some of his cards. But yeah, first holo, woo woo. Usual policy, if you notice, we got our boy Cutman right there and our boy Quickman right here. This is from the anime. I think Quickman I fought in Battle Network 2. I can't remember. And then Cutman looks just like he was. Envious Evil, pretty staple. Eliminate, you get to start to see base again. This is a blue card though, so it doesn't actually go in his deck. It's kind of for something else. Bug Bomb. Now, I'm going to speak on Bug Bomb because Bug Bomb is a really amazing card, but you have to play blue and yellow as you see, so you kind of have to be very specific about the decks you use with it. Again, the fact that this has a 6 in the corner is ridiculous. You're going to see cards usually only have a 2 or 3 in the corner. If you see anything above 4 or higher, it's usually a pretty good card. There are only like probably 10 cards in the game that have a number higher than 5 like this. So this is really cool because you're going to need a blue and a yellow energy, but your opponent cannot play any instants or battle chips, and then you get to put this in your power gauge. So you're going to turn this into a free mana, and you're going to stop your opponent from playing any battle chips or instants that turn. So it's really, really good. It's always going to have a use no matter what you do with it. This is currently in my Proto Man deck. And then you have Fortified. This is just a green, get 2 life back. Pretty basic green manipulation. Let me sleeve up this holo. Alright, moving on. We're doing a Sharkman pack next. We got a Spidey, so they do have their own virus card in the game as well, not just a battle chip. They're a little different. You're going to make your opponent draw a card. So that's kind of weird. You're going to give your opponent an extra card, but again, you're going to make them lose a life. So if you're somebody who's trying to like build up more cards into their hand, like Shadow Man, this is pretty cool. Surprise transfer. So we do have our first Shadow Man card to show up, and I'm going to show it right here. Whenever you blast, you may return up to 2 permanents on the field to their owner's hands. So Shadow Man also has the ability to bounce, but not in the effect that you want to bounce for the sake of control. You want to bounce with Shadow Man to build up your opponent's hand, because remember, the more cards they have in their hand, the more powerful Shadow Man's going to be. And also, your opponent can only have 5 cards in their hand, so if you start putting more than 5 cards into their hand, when they start their next turn, they're going to have to discard down to 5. So he's really cool. No joke, that's a Gutsman card, nothing really there. And we got a base card. So we got Shadow Man and base so far for our holos. This is really good. I actually run it in my deck right now. Memory scan complete. So what's going to happen is I'm going to lose a life, and then I'm going to add that corner number of it to each of my extra attacks. So remember when I say a blast, I get an extra attack? Anytime base does that extra attack during my turn, I would be able to add like a 4 or something to it. So that stacks damage very, very fast. Very, very good card. I think I had 2 of these already, but I don't mind getting a 3rd one on that one. Eerie Blast, that's a Skullman card. If you can get your total of these to add up to 15, it's basically going to burn your opponent's entire resources in hand. Justanusis, this is a blue card. Interconnected, there's another base card. This actually comes in the theme deck. I'm going to discard a card from my hand to attack again, and it doesn't count against my limit. So again, base is one of those decks where you get to attack, 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 attack. Remove your resources, attack, 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 attack. Base is just a beast like he's supposed to be. Muramasa, the famous battle chip. So this battle chip is actually only allowed to be used by Shadow Man in the card game, and it is required to be blue. Now, Shadow Man runs blue and red automatically anyways, so that's not really a big deal. But this is why I say Shadow Man is going to get really strong for every card in your opponent's hand, because this is where you get your killer. This is the combo where you can get 10 damage in one turn. Opponent may discard any number of cards in their hand, so you're going to give your opponent a chance to empty their hand out. If they don't, you're going to get a +2 to your attack for each card in their hand. So if they have a full hand, there's your +10 attack. If you used one of your abilities to put more than 5 cards into their hand and it's still your turn, so they haven't discarded down yet, they could potentially have like 8 cards in their hand, and you just gave your Shadow Man 16 strength. So they're going to lose a quarter of their deck right there on the spot. So this is a really good card, and that's why I say Shadow Man is all about putting as many cards into your opponent's hand as you can. I'll leave the holos for this set over here. So we've already gotten 2 of the 3 holos for this box. Came out pretty early like it did in the last box. We have Wrap It Up. This is a pretty good like filler red card. You're only going to need 1 red and it's an instant, but it's going to add 3 to your extra attack. So basically just think that's an extra 3 cards your opponent's losing just for playing this. Vulcan 3. So all 3 Vulcans are in this game, and they all have the same effect. They're just the power requirement, and the strength goes up as you get the stronger Vulcans. So obviously Vulcan 1 was 2 energy, Vulcan 2 was 3 energy, Vulcan 3 is 4 energy, but they add up to that much strength. We have Woodman, like I was talking about. Woodman has 0 blast, so he can't really do any additional attacks, but as you can see, he's got high strength and high attack, and he's very good for putting cards back onto the field. Spidey the Virus, Viperous Vines, that's a Woodman card. Skullman, the actual Navi card of him, not the Navi card of him, the actual permanent of him. Pretty cool. You're going to be able to place one of your opponent's permanents into their power gauge. So it's like he does a lot of hijink stuff. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm going to just record a game against Skullman, so that's when I can kind of explain his mechanic. Frosty 42, my cousin will be using that one. Firm Barrier, this is your classic red defense. This will be inside Flying Dutchman's Proto Man deck. This will be his red defense card because he can play it for free and just add 2 to his defense, which will be very clutch because a lot of Navis are only going to have a 2 or 3 attack anyways. Eliminate, we went over that one. Frozen Out, I keep forgetting this guy's name. He doesn't have an actual Navi card in the game. He just shows up a lot because of that point in the anime, so they used him. I think he's Prism Man. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Prism Man was an actual like cop though. And then Envious Evil, just another staple, red, lose a life, 5. Carb Craving, again, this is one of those staples from this set that you really want to have. It's going to let you ramp up 3 times just for discarding 2 cards. Recovery 10, we went over that, that's a defense. So here's another Shadow Man card. This is why I say he's red and blue. This is nice because you're not going to need any energy. You're just going to need it to be Shadow Man. You're going to discard a card from your hand, but your opponent's going to lose a life for each card in their hand over 2. So again, you want to get your opponent's hand as high as you can, and then you're going to punish them. Because for each card that they have in their hand over 2, and this doesn't let them discard like Muramasa. They're forced to do it. So if, let's say, they have those 8 cards in their hand, they're going to lose 6 life right now because they have 8 cards, 6 over 2. So again, Shadow Man is all about making your opponent's hand build up and then punishing for it. Vulcan 3, Hidden Force. I'm not really going to talk on Hidden Force, honestly. Pay a price. And then this one's actually kind of cool. This is a blue instant, and usually blue is defensive, but this is more of an offensive card. Your opponent's going to discard a card from their hand for each permanent they have on the field, or each permanent they use with this turn. So I guess it is a defensive card still, in a way. It's going to burn your opponent, but it's still a defensive card. And that's Nepal Man, if you can't tell. Big Hammer 3, we kind of talked about how there were these battle chips in the game. Whenever you blast, you may add 4 to your destiny. So whenever you do an additional attack, you're going to get additional 4 to that. Pretty cool, pretty clutch. Envious Evil, pretty normal. Firm Barrier, defense. And then Guard and Solo. If you have no cards in your hand, your defense goes up to +3. It's very easy to get your hand down to 1 card in this game because you're going to play a lot of your resources fast. So this is really cool because if you can do that, you're going to be able to get a defense +3, and that's very clutch because, like I said, a lot of Navi's attacks only reach up to 3 anyways. So. Opening a base pack. Alright, we have a Watch Out card. That's a Skullman. That's just basically going to let you ramp for free. No RNG factor, though. As you can see, it wouldn't give you any extra additional attack. One to Talk. That's another Circus Man card. We got a Skullman Navi card. Stuck in Place. This is a Magnet Man card. I don't think we've seen too many Magnet cards out of this deck. Like I said, I'll explain Magnet later because I'm going to build a deck with him. Eerie Blast. Again, if you can get your Destiny up to 15, your flips, your face down cards, you're going to be able to punish your opponent. This is one of your killer combos. Surprisingly Sharp, this is for Sharkman, but Sharkman is a theme deck, so I can kind of just show that during the theme deck if I go through it. Evolution, Megaman, this is a blue card. This is actually a really cool card. It's one of those where you have to have a certain amount of cards in your hand too, but if you do, you get to take both cards and place them in your power gauge. So if you have only 2 cards in your hand, you could put them, you can ramp them immediately. So it's really good if you know how to time your hand correctly. Then we have Eliminate, we kind of went over that. Interconnected, blast, 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 just keep attacking with base. Gender differences, we got that earlier on. So again, we got our 2 hollows of the box pretty early on. So these last packs probably only going to have 1 rare or 1 hollow come out of it. But we're still going to keep digging. Turn these upside down in case you guys want to look at them. Sweet Indignation. Alright, so this is a pretty good card, but it's more like a filler card until you can afford better ones. You're going to lose an energy, but you're going to be able to tutor anything from your deck. So you're going to need 4 energy, and then you're going to have to lose one of them, but you're going to be able to get any card out of your deck. So, pretty good, but there are better cards out there if you can find them. Recovery 10. Magtech the Virus. Giving it away, we kind of talked about that. Timber Terror, this is another Woodman card. Guardian of the Forest, there you can see that's Quickman. It's a pretty decent card. You're going to burn your own energy, but you're going to be able to get 2 life back for each resource or each permanent you have in play of that color. So if you're a mono green player and you played this, you'd be able to get you'd be able to recharge like 8 to 10 of your life back. So it's not pretty bad. It's not that bad. No More Practice. This is kind of like that Roll of Thunder from set 2. This is going to let you attack an additional time. So yellow in this game is all about attacking multiple times, if you couldn't tell. Yellow is attack, 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 attack. Red is direct damage. Blue is control and defense. Green is tutoring. So Doubting Navi, this is, it's the alright one. You're going to discard a card to burn one of your opponent's energy. So if you know your opponent's starting to get the jump on you with ramp, you can use this to kind of keep them down. Bug Charge. This is pretty cool because anyone who's played Battle Network 2 or like knows what happened with the Great Virus piece, this is a battle chip only for base, but it's the defensive chip for base. This is what I use when I have defense. I'm going to discard a card from my hand, but I'm going to make my defense +2 for each card in my power. So if I have max power, you're going to need 3 at least automatically. So it's going to be a +6 to your defense. And if you're at full energy, you're going to get a +10 to your defense. Nobody's going to go through that unless they're using like their ultimate combo. So this is how you can answer somebody that's really trying to like hit you hard when you're playing a base deck. Oh, we had a card behind that. I apologize. Just a nuisance. It was just a nuisance. Almost to the 10-pack part. Alright, here we go. Card Craving, that's another staple. Skullman the Navi. White Web 2, the battle chip. So this is actually different from the white web we saw before. This is a green one, and your opponent cannot draw cards. So potentially what we want to do with Frosty42's Skullman deck is he wants to run this one, the other one, and then all his Skullman cards. And what he's going to do is he's going to stop his opponent from drawing any cards, from placing any cards down. He's basically going to lock his opponent out of doing anything. Kind of the shit that's frowned upon in Pokemon and gets banned, but you know, is allowed in this game. Skullman does that. Woodman, Set to Win. This is a pretty good red card. If you've played a battle chip already, you can take that corner number that was in it and add it to your attack. So it lets you basically essentially play that chip twice. Timber Terror, Magnet Man. We already talked about that a bit. Geyser, this is only for Sharkman. He's in the theme deck. And then Boy Bomb the Virus. Obviously, if they have the battle chip, you're probably going to get a virus for it. You're going to discard a card to make your net Navi's defense 0. So this is basically, you put it on the field, you get rid of it, and your opponent's not going to have any defense. So it's really good for just shredding through them. And then we have Fortified. Get 2 life back. Alright. Need a swig after that one. Stay hydrated, folks. Wrap it up. Surprise transfer. Giving it away. Like you mean it. Connection interrupted. Pay a price. Bamboo Lance. That's the actual battle chip for the kill bees that we saw the viruses of. Eliminate. Gender differences. Magbolt 3. So you guys saw the Magtech virus. As you see, Magbolt, the virus chip, though, can only be used for Magnet Man. You just hear Meech in the background. Alright. We have Woodman. Watch out. One to talk. A Shadow Man. Come on. Mega Modification. The Oath. That's actually the secret rare from this box. I already had that one though, unfortunately. No More Practice. Gundel Soul is in the game. It's a blue and red card. Excuse me. It's a defensive card though. It's going to give you +6. Pretty vanilla, but pretty good. This would be in Megaman. This would go in the Flying Dutchman's Proto Man deck if he had room for it. He's probably not going to have room for this card because he's going more for a utility kind of vibe. Doubting Navi, we talked about that one. Backed up, that's another Woodman card. Woodman is a red and green deck. One, two, three. Okay, yeah, we're getting down there. Alright, so there, as you can see, we got Spidey Virus, Sweet Indignation, that's that tutor card. Giving it away. Stuck in place. Mega Modification. At Fault. Envious Evil. Doubting Navi. Hey, we got an Air Hockey Battle Chip out of this box. I did already have this one. This is for blue and green decks. You have to have full energy. That's kind of tricky. However, you're going to make your strength +2 for each card you have in your hand more than your opponent. So if your opponent has no cards in their hand and you have a full hand, you're going to get +10. Remember, these battle chips are always some way to give you +10. So this could be for anybody though. This isn't like, okay, I'm using Gutsman, I'm going to have to use this as my combo. This can be for anybody that's running a blue or green deck. This could be your finisher right here, Air Hockey 3. And then Lark. The Lark is a virus in this game. I don't think Wide Shot is a battle chip though, unfortunately. I wish Wide Shot was a battle chip. It might be. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. We'll have to go through the binder at the end. All right. Shadow Boss. Shadow Man. No Joke. Sweet Indignation. Timber Terror. Unlikely Source. Sanctuary. Backed Up. No More Practice. And Quite Confident. Alright, we have Giving It Away, Requital, One to Talk, Recovery 10, Gutsman, Food Education, Eliminate, Bug Bomb, Fortified, Firm Barrier. It's probably kind of hard to hear me when you got Meech chanting fucking zombies and shit in the back. Alright, Sharkman. What you got for us? And I believe we're getting down to the last 10. I'm going to count after this one. Vulcan 3. Woodman. Oh. Like You Mean It. Say it like you mean it. Surprise Transfer. There we go. Alright, so we got Sal Black Rose. I did already have her. This might even be my third one of her, so I could potentially make a Woodman deck or build a Woodman deck to like sell or give away as a raffle. I'm just not a big fan of Woodman. But yeah, there's our third holo of the box. That'll probably be the last one, even though we've got about 10 packs to go. If we're lucky, we might get a fourth one. We'll see. This set included all the customs. So Aqua Custom, Wood Custom, Elect Custom, and Fire Custom are all in here as cards, but those are very rare to pull. I have one of each in the binder that I'll show you at the end, but I was really hoping to pull a second one of them, just because they're all good for any color. Just a Nuisance. Circle Gun. I hate these viruses. These are up there with the Mocha Rushes, but these are definitely my #1 weakness. I hate these things in the game. You have to be a red and a green to play Circle Gun in this game. However, you're going to get a +1 to your attack for each card in your hand, and then you're going to place them on top of your deck. So it's pretty cool. It's going to let you do all of that, and then it's going to pull those cards back in your hand. So if you're playing against Shadow Man, this is a really cool card to say fuck you, because he's not going to be able to take any of those cards and put them in there. Boy Bomb the Virus. Envious Evil. Alright, so we got 3 packs here. Oh, yep, I think I counted that perfectly. Yeah, we are down to our last 10 packs, guys, and these are the 10 packs of the night. Almost there. For those of you that have been there with us since the beginning, thank you. We're almost at the end. For anybody that's tuning in late, thanks for joining. Glad I poked your curiosity on this. Any more information on the Mega Man card game, as I said before, you can kind of check out on my website, pokerprenny.com. I've got a whole page dedicated just to the Mega Man TCG, as well as kind of my process of collecting these cards and how far I'm at. I'll definitely be doing the write-up and the status update on that as well after the video tonight. Probably won't get updated until Monday or Tuesday night, though. I'll be sure to update it on my Instagram. But the reason why I mention the site is because even if you don't want to read or see what I've been doing and you just want to get into the game, I do have all the resources listed there, as well as the link to the computer program for it if you don't want to play it in real life and you'd rather like play it on Steam. There is a link to play it there as well. Recovery 10, Spidey, Surprise Transfer, Shadow Man, Your Apologies. You can see Nightman's in there. I love Nightman. He's dope. Connection interrupted. Gender differences. Just a nuisance. Interconnected. Another Muramasa. And that's that. Hang on 1 second, guys. Sorry. All right, back to it. 9 packs to go. We have Skullman the Navi, White Web 2 Battle Chip, Shadowman the Navi, Requital. You can tell my hands are getting tired from the 100 packs. Set to Win, Modest Defense. I think I had this one already. Lark, Magnet Man, Mine. I think that's the first time we've seen Mine tonight. Mine has no color requirements. It's actually a pretty good card. You only need 2 energy for it. It's going to add +2 to your strength for each virus your opponent has in play. So if you're playing against somebody who likes to spam virus cards, you're going to have this, and this is going to decimate them because this isn't defense. This is strength. This is actual offense on them. So very good card to keep in mind if you play against virus people. And then Doubting Navi. Eight more. We did get the 3 hollows that come in this box probably. So these, I'm not too excited for what we're going to pull out of these, but hopefully we'll get a 4th one. Some last pack magic like we did earlier. Sweet Indignation, this is a tutor card. Skullman the Navi. Magtech. Carb Craving, always a staple. Bow Down, this is another Shadowman card. You're going to name a Destiny. A Destiny is this number in the corner, and then your opponent's going to reveal their hand. For each card they have that matches this number, they're going to lose 2 life. So if you know your opponent, like if you put cards into your opponent's hand and you watch them do it and you know they have a certain amount of the same number, you can play this, use that, and then they're going to lose direct life for that. So like I said, Shadowman is all about building up your hand and punishing. Timber Terror, Quite Confident, Magnet Man, Envious Evil, another Voodoo Doll. Alright, 7 packs left. Alright, we have White Web 2 I should say, because there are different ones. Skullman, Woodman, Watch Out. Opposites Attract, that's the infamous Magnet Man move where he does the north-south tackle. Food Education, Geyser, the Battle Chip, Boy Bomb the Virus, Fortified, and Evolution. I think we're going to save that base pack for last. Yeah, we're going to save the 2 base packs for last. 6 more. We have a Recovery 10, Shadow Boss, Shadow Man, No Joke, Surprisingly Sharp, Mega Modification, Firm Barrier, Sanctuary, Backed Up, and No More Practice. Last 5, guys. Last 5. Last 5 of the night, too. We have Giving It Away. Wrap It Up. We are wrapping it up, man. I'm trying. Vulcan 3. Woodman. Mission of Defeat. That's another Shadowman card. Whenever you spend another permanent during your turn, you can put it into your power gauge. So he kind of has that same effect that we were talking about with Skullman. Skullman does it innately as a Navi, but Shadowman can also do it if you have the permanent on the field to do it. Bow Down, again, another Shadowman card. Just a Nuisance. Firm Barrier. Eliminate. And Frozen Out. Four more packs. Shadowman. Wrap It Up. Surprise Transfer. Giving It Away. Set to Win. Sharkman, the actual person. He has a Navi card as well. It's just a theme deck, so he wasn't in the packs. Backed up. Bamboo Lance the chip. Eliminate. Gender differences. Oh, no, we're saving base for last. We're doing Shadow Man and base. Second. Last 3 packs. Here we go. We have No Joke, Woodman, Watch Out, One to Talk. Yeah, we did get a 4th holo. Ooh, it wasn't last pack magic, but we did it, guys. We got a 4th holo out of a fucking Mega Man box. We got Aqua Custom. Now, this is great because, like I said, Magic Man is a fucking awesome guy. Proto Man uses blue as well. Blue is one of my favorite colors in this game. Style change. So you're only going to need 2 blue resources and 2 energy. Whenever a player, you or your opponent, plays a blue permanent, your opponent discards a card. So anytime, this is why this is so fucking busted. Anytime anybody plays a blue card in the game, your opponent is going to have to discard a card. And this stays on the field. You don't like discard this card when that effect happens. This is a permanent. So as long as you have this on the board, anybody who plays a blue card, including you, your opponent's going to lose a card. It's fucking dirty. I'm so happy we pulled another one of these. I think I have multiples of these, but I don't have the 4 set yet for my deck. But this was definitely a great 4th holo to pull. Woodman, the card, the guy. Magnet Man, the Navi. No More Practice. Gundel Soul. Doubt and Navi. I don't think there's any big booty bitches in Mega Man, Damien. They actually, that was the thing about Mega Man. Mega Man, NT Warrior, all the Navis were drawn to look like adolescent teens. So I don't think there were going to be any big booty bitches in the NT Warrior scene. Alright, last 2 packs, guys. Oh, let me put that Aqua Custom in a sleeve. We got 4 holos out of 1 box. I'm so lit. See, Shadow Man can use Aqua Custom if he wanted. Awesome. Alright, last 2 packs. Like You Mean It. Sweet Indignation. Recovery 10. Magtech. Usual Policy. Unlikely Source. Magbolt 3. No More Practice. Doubting Navi. And another Bug Charge. Hey. Yeah, so base is a red and yellow deck. I use both red and yellow. I can't really go monocolor on either one. Just because I can't commit to one strategy, if I'm being honest. But yeah, base is red and yellow. And speaking of base, he's going to be our last pack for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, drum roll. I'm getting tired. I've been talking for 3 hours while I open packs. Bear with me. But this is the last pack of the night. Good karma, good juju. Everyone wish me luck. Doesn't change the fact that I want a big booty bitch. Yeah. I don't got a big booty bitch. I got a big booty lady. I love you, Drea, if you're listening. She's not. She's already sleeping. My girl's been asleep. But Sweet Indignation. Giving it away. Stuck in Place. Carb Craving. Oh, we got another one! Last pack magic, boys! Last fucking pack magic! I'm so hyped right now. We got a Misa. Now, this is not a new one for me, but again, I don't mind getting duplicates of some of these because they make the actual decks you build them with that much better. So if I start doing like stream battles, this is going to be great. Bro, we got 5 holos in 1 box, and it was on the last pack. Alright, pulls you in. Doubting Navi. Air Hockey 3. So that's pretty good because if you can get 4 of these, anybody who can run blue and green, you've got a finisher. Lark and Magnet Man. That pretty much is the equivalent of a full art in this game, Damien. Getting the holos, that's pretty nuts. Like, as you saw, the first 2 boxes I did, I only got 3 holos each, and it was pretty strict to that. You saw that. I got 3 holos, and if I was lucky, I got one of the secrets. In this one, we pulled 5. Now, I've heard people say, and I kind of agree with it at this point, I think you had a better draw rate in the last game because they knew the game was kind of dying out and they were trying to push it more. But, yeah, that's pretty nuts. We got 5 holos in this last box. Yeah, 5 holos and a secret rare. So we actually got 6 mentionable pulls in this box. And that's pretty cool. All right, so let's try to get everything on the screen for you guys because I do want to do a little clip at the end. Ooh, got some flyers. So then we have set one. I was gonna say, Damien, get ready to clip this for me. I just gotta make sure I have this organized. That's one. This is two. Yeah, get ready to clip this for me once I have all the hollows on the board. Pretty good pulls today, huh? It's a little hard to see, I admit, but I could probably just slide those over here, honestly. I'll move that one up here because that's the non-hollow. But yeah, pretty good pulls tonight, guys. Very, very good pulls, actually. Pokemon was okay. We started out pretty basic on that one. I did not get any rainbow arts, unfortunately, for that first box. That was kind of sad, but we did get the full art Eternatus VMAX, so I think that was supposed to make up for it. I also pulled my Crobat, which was good. And then as we did our 3 boxes of Mega Man, as you can see, I think I got very good pulls. Now, I've opened so many of these boxes anyways, and like I said, I'm at like that 90% completion mark. So it was kind of hard for me to pull any new cards today. I think I only got 3 new cards out of all of these packs today for Mega Man, unfortunately. However, I only have about 40 cards left in the entire game to get. Like I said, I'm at 90%. So even 3 cards is a good step towards progress. Anyways, I will be adding a write-up to this later and basically clipping and trying to do a highlight reel of this more condensed. And I'll make sure I separate Pokemon and Mega Man. But yeah, I'll be putting some YouTube videos up as well, kind of the highlights of these, just because Twitch will delete it after 2 weeks, and this is a pretty old game, so people are probably going to find it here and there, and I do want to keep it up. I guess I can take you guys through the binder real quick before I get off for the night, huh? That's the last thing I promised you. Yeah, but anybody that's still on the stream or anybody that was here and checked in and stuff, let me know your thoughts. Let me know how we did. I know I got shaky hands. Sometimes I mumble and babble a bit, but like I said, we got that Bob Ross emoji. So if I'm ever doing that, just give me that cool story Bob emoji. Clipped it. Thank you, Damien. Yeah, clipped. I'm about to pull out the binder too. So give me 1 second. We're gonna grab the Mega Man binder for you guys as well. Thanks for the feedback, Fine Dutchman. I'm definitely going to be doing this again. I really enjoy this, and it was nice to see a lot of the people that I played cards with in person that I haven't been able to see because of quarantine and stuff. It was nice to see you guys come on and look at some of the packs pulled together like we used to, and like we will again one day, I promise. But yeah, let's take a look through this Mega Man binder. I'm not going to put the new cards in it just because you guys kind of already saw it already, and I do need to keep track of what I pulled today for my article. But we're going to go through this binder. So as you can see, my camera's a little like panoramic. It's going to be a little hard for you guys to get perfect pictures of them. Once this set is complete, though, I plan to take uploads of it and upload a page of each one. So anybody who wants to do proxies of the game and not buy them, you'll be able to. I'm going to make a whole downloadable sheet of proxies for this. I just want to complete the collection first. So I'm gonna kind of be quiet and go through each page slowly. Enjoy the Flatbush Zombies as we do. That's set 1. We're going to be moving into set 2 now. Sorry about the glare in the corner, guys. I really apologize. I just can't really adjust it at the moment. It's the end of the night, too, so... So actually, yeah, right there is Custom Sword. That's for Proto Man only. And then as you can see over here is Neovari, which is for only Mega Man. And then Anubis, anybody who knows all like the famous evil chips, Anubis is here. It's only for Pharaoh Man. And there's Proto Man right there. Alright, so we are moving into set 3 now. I think I might have overjumped the gun. Yeah, we've been in set 3. Sorry, guys. We started set... No, we're set 2 right now. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up. This is the end of set 2. So this is the end of set 2. There's that Recovery 200 we were talking about. Geddon is also a battle chip in this game, where everything turns poison. A few other things. As you can see, everybody, any person that has a NetNavi in this game, their operator is also a chip. And I'm slowly working on collecting all of them, as you can see. There's Tori for Iceman, Miss Millionaire for the Snake. I have Magnet Man's somewhere around here as well, Mr. Goss. But yeah, now we're going to move into set 3, the last set that came out. Trying to adjust it for you guys a little bit. There we go. Towards the end, I think I got it. So you can see Air Hockey, Kilby, Big Hammer, Bug Charge, Circle Gun, Gundel Soul. So as you can see, I've got most of the game. I've got like 40 cards or less now that we just need to collect. There's base. Don't worry about getting a feature on base. I got a whole deck for base I plan to show off. I recently found the Discord community too for people who still play this game, like live and on web chat. I plan to reach out and find a few people that want to do some deck battling, and I'll be using my base profile, or my base deck for that, as well as Proto Man. Those will be my 2 baby decks. I believe this is the last page. There's a couple cards on the other end, but as you can see, like I said, I have all 4 of the customs. We have Elect Team, we have Wood Shield, we have Heat Guts, and we have Aqua Custom. They're all here. We have Roll Arrow down there. That's a pretty cool one to look at. And for any of you who are always a fan of the Meteors chip, it's just as fucking awesome as it is in the game. Meteors is busted. So you're going to play the chip. You're going to be able to play 2 more battle chips. Remember, you're only supposed to play 1 battle chip per turn. You're going to use Meteors, play an extra 2 of them, and then put all of those battle chips on top of your deck. I did not say that wrong. You're going to play all 3 battle chips and then put them back on top of your deck. Meteors is awesome. That's also a very, very rare card to try and get a hold of. Pulling that one's pretty hard too. If you ever pull them and you don't want them, that's a money card. And then we get to the last 2. As you can see, I had a Mobilized Force and some Sharkman. And that is the Mega Man set.